धाड़े से मारे हर कोई घबरा गया, जो आड़े आया उसको पंजों में दबा दिया, घायल है वो फिर भी माने उसने हारनी, लो आई आई देखो शेरनी. I mean, I know that there's probably some things I gotta learn about AI. I don't want to be one of those people that gets left behind by technology. You know, like when you see your parents and they don't know how to use the phone or the printer or anything. I don't want to be that, but I'm always gonna value, you know, human creativity over everything.
Hi, this is Samina Sheikh here on Zoom channel, and with me today I have the Sherni as she introduces Sushmita Sen as Sherni Aayi on Aarya. So join me as I welcome Raja Kumari on Zoom.
Hello.
Lovely to have you on board once again after we did the last interview, and I think your manifestation is working a lot in your favor, and that is how you have got Aarya. So tell me about the song. I'm very much excited to know about it.
You know, I got the call to write this song, Sherni Aayi, for Sushmita. And I was so excited because, you know, Sushmita is someone that I look up to. You know, I've seen her just be fearless in her life and such a strong, powerful woman. And actually, like a year ago, I was like, I really want to have lunch with Sushmita Sen and like ask her some questions about life. And then here's this opportunity. And now we got to, you know, work together and create something. And I just feel like I have, you know, a really good friend in her and someone I can look up to. So I'm really thankful for it.
I think if something I really wish to learn from Raja Kumari is how to manifest in the right direction. When a manifestation, a law of attraction, alag-alag direction mein chal jata hai. So I think you need to give me some tips on that.
I think it's believing you deserve it. I think that is the main factor, because I think when I was going through some things and I was working on my self-love, you know, and I started therapy before the pandemic, maybe in some ways my manifestations weren't coming as fast because I didn't love myself. So I spent time really loving myself. We were just talking about how I'm here today with no extensions, no fake eyelashes. And, you know, I think people that have watched my fashion evolve have seen me change over the last year. And it's been about loving myself as is. And I think from that, the manifestation has sped up. Now, God knows, I think I'm worthy, so He's giving it to me.
Of course you're worthy, and we can see that gleam of joy on your face, in your eyes right now, and that passion which you carry forward. And I have to ask you, I saw the song and it's very lovely a song. The very interesting part was the end of the song when you're literally shooting that waiter, and it got me excited to even like made me curious about this. Like, is she a part of the series or no?
No, I'm in the song. I mean, you have to watch and see. But no, I would love to be a part of the series. I think doing this video and like having that moment of like being badass, like shooting the gun, it made me realize that I really like being on camera. And I think I like playing different characters. I mean, I got to be Raja Kumari, so that's an easy character to play. But I think I found a little bit of inspiration in playing some new roles on camera. I really had fun.
So while growing up, I was always like, you know, being told by some of my, you know, my family members that, you know, you may look like Sushmita someday, or, you know, you may fall. I'm like, I'm such a big fan of hers, and, you know, I really adore her. And now also when I see her work, she's such a strong woman. And when I see that song, the way she's walking and the way she's having a cigar and someone is disturbing with the questions and all, and she just shoots off. How was it working with Sushmita Sen?
If there's video, there is some video from set. I'm just screaming. Like, I am like a full fangirl. I am holding nothing back. I'm like just being quiet because she's doing her job. But as soon as she was done, I'm like, oh my God. It's like when she walks in the room, you know, she commands so much power, so much attention. And I just felt like I could learn that from her. And I said this, you know, when I posted about it, that I've never met anyone that made me feel so powerful. You know, because like being in her presence and then, you know, her just opening her arms and hugging me and like just having that opportunity to play like a new role and to like be this character on this amazing huge set. I just felt so powerful being around her. I think it's infectious.
And I have to ask you about this interesting question, which is about Sushmita Sen. Again, is she has her own charm, and, you know, she's one. If we talk about Aarya for that matter, I'm sure you must have seen the series. It's about one woman show completely. I may not be trying to compare the two different genders, you know, be it male or female, but do you feel that women now are more strong-willed? They were always passionate about what they wanted, but they had their own hiccups while trying to achieve that. Now do you feel that women are more they are progressive, but now that restrictions have been like fading off a bit as compared to the earlier stages?
See, when you talk to me, my brain is always in the mythology times, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, every woman was gangster. Like, everybody had to sacrifice. Everybody was strong. So I think, like, when you see someone like Sushmita and you see her just hold her shakti and like hold her power, I think it inspires you to hold your own. And I feel like ever since the video, I had just come from Kedarnath, so I was like on the high of going to that temple and feeling that energy, and then I did this video with her, and I feel like it's just something I'm going to take with me from now on. Like when I walk in a room, I want everyone to stand up. And when I say sit down, I want all the men to sit. I liked it.
And that intimidating eyes, that
I
kind of.
loved it. I mean, I felt like that's when I got to show my eyes, because I was like, that scene at the end of season 2 when she just goes through the red holy powder and she comes out with these crazy eyes. I was like, oh my God, I want to remake that scene. Like, I want to be in that scene. It's so cool. And then I got to be in it, basically. We both got to use our murderous eyes. And it was fun. I really had fun.
In fact, Sushmita had gone through a phase where she also, had a massive heart attack, but still the show must go on, and she came back on floors and she started working. One thing which really attracts you and you admire about Sushmita.
You could never even know that happened looking at her. She's like such a hard worker, so healthy, she's like doing all those stunts herself. She's upside down on those rings, and if you follow her, you see her dedication to her fitness. I think that's something I'd like to take from her. I think like as I'm growing in my self-love and as I'm, entering new parts of my life that I want to make better, I think about her and her dedication to herself, and I'd love to have that. I would love to have that. So that's something I want to take from her.
And looks like you're manifesting scorpions in your life. Both are scorpions, Shah Rukh and Sushmita.
Oh, we love. Actually,
what's your astro sign?
I'm a Capricorn, so it's a little boring for other people, but we exist for the climb. We're mountain goats, so when I get to the top of one mountain, I look to the next. So that's really what I am.
As much as your work is praised always, Raja Kumari, there are social media trolls which takes place, and it does catch the attention, no matter how much positive we started doing, and there are certain comments which just runs in our head, and that does happen. How do you try to tolerate such comments?
I mostly try not to, but sometimes I have time. Sometimes I'm in the mood, and I like to respond to the the men with their patriarchal thoughts, or sometimes now it's just weird, like people have, I don't know, I like to hope that everybody comes from one human family that really like values love and peace and all these things, and when I see things that are opposite, I just remind myself that my profile is my world, and I don't have to surround myself. So the second somebody says something that's like really crude or really rude, I don't think that there's a place for that on my page. My page is a place of positivity, and I want people to be inspired. So I just block and delete. That's my new vibe.
I think that's the right vibe, I must say that. But also, as we are, technologically advanced and we're becoming on those lines, and, there is AI as a tool which is misused for a lot of actresses. What are your thoughts on that?
AI is going to be something that it's going to have its pros and cons, I think as an artist, I'm always going to advocate for artists and hope that, the creators remain the creators. I think that humans are humans because of the art that we make. So the second that it's not us making it, we're going to lose our humanity. So, I mean, I know that there's probably some things I got to learn about AI. I don't want to be one of those people that gets left behind by technology. Like when you see your parents and they don't know how to use the phone or the printer or anything. I don't want to be that. But I'm always going to value, human creativity over everything.
Especially apart from, morphing images, the threat is more for actresses and singers of late. And, Hollywood is doing a campaign against it. When it comes to replacing the voices, that is where my main question leads to. And it's not about the morphing images only.
I've definitely recorded enough songs that I'm sure my voice could be AI simulated, but then I will remind everybody that there's no way to replicate something like "Dhaade se mare har koi ghabra gaya, chuade aaya usko panjon mein daba diya, ghayal hai wo fir bhi mane usne haarni, lo aayi dekho sherni." I challenge you.
Wow, now that's literally the voice which we want to hear. But coming back to Aarya, would you prefer doing something like this, a series like this, be a part of acting apart from just being a singer?
I would love to. I think like as I'm growing as an artist, as I'm making the music that I want to make and kind of expanding, I realize that film has always been a part of my creativity, whether it's my visuals and the way you express yourself. Classical dancers we were telling the whole story of the Kurukshetra with just one body, one costume, playing all the characters. So I think I would love, like, a reason I love Aarya is because of all those parallels and symbolisms with mythological stories. I think something like that would be something really fun to do, or even a period piece. I think I would be really good at that. And I love watching the action scenes. Like, nothing makes me feel more badass than watching Sushmita come out with these two swords. Like, it's literally something I would love to do. I always say I want to do a music video like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Kumari. So I think it's all in the future.
And as we talk about mythology, which mythological character attracts you always? Like, you really follow that path of it.
It's been like different stories have resonated at different times in my life. Like when I was young, I used to really be fascinated with Krishna because I was a baby, so baby Krishna and how the world was inside of him. And then I think I thought a lot about Ram and Sita when I was like kind of growing up in college and I started going out on my own. I thought about righteousness. And I feel like right now, I think the last few years, I have always been about Devi, but Shiva has my mind, my soul, all of my thoughts right now. If I close my eyes, I can see Kedarnath. So I just listen, whoever wants to speak to me. I mean, it really depends. That's why I always say, like, I don't like Batman and Superman. Like, I have Hanuman. Like, if I was scared, I would think of Hanuman. So, I mean, they're like my friends.
And since we talk about all these lovely characters, I have to ask you about your Diwali plans. How are you going to celebrate this year?
You know what? I think I'm going to go to Hyderabad. I want to be with my Telugu people. I think a lot of people don't know that I'm Telugu. And I have a lot of really amazing friends, and I don't get to spend enough time with them. And my grandma's actually in Hyderabad. So I think I'm going to spend a few days with my family and my friends in Hyderabad.
And what is Raja Kumari currently obsessed with?
Oh, Aarya. Yeah, like I binged it. I'm disgusting. I did it all in like 2 days. I didn't even go outside. It was like the morning, and I was like closing the windows so I could watch. Definitely binge watching Aarya right now.
Wow, awesome. And lastly, what are your upcoming projects you're working on?
Ooh, right now I'm about to go on a world tour. The Bridge World Tour is beginning in Canada, going to America, 10 cities. It's in November, so if any of your families or friends are in America, please let them know. And we're bringing the tour back to India in the beginning of next year. So I've been working on a brand new show. It's very theatrical. It's got a lot of concept and things I always wanted to bring to stage as a classical dancer. I'm bringing them to stage now as a musician. And I'm excited for people to get to know me more and understand where I come from as an artist and what I represent.
And I would like to hear her singing Sherni Aayi before I let you go.
Okay. भड़की ज्वाल से कहर मचाए वो राख कर दे दुश्मन को बदला उसने रूप है अपना डालो डकरी रक्षक वो धर को उसने त्याग है दिया अर्थ दे दिया मकसद को शक्ति ने अवतार है लिया आई है बन के आर्य वो दहाड़े से मारे हर कोई घबरा गया जो आड़े आया उसका पंजों में दबा दिया घायल है वो फिर भी मानी उसने हारे नी लो आई आई देखो शेरनी 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 लो आई आई देखो शेरनी.
Wow, that was such a lovely voice and a unique voice, I must say that.